Hello everyone, so today in this video we are going to discuss this question number game which was asked in Code Forces round 651 div 2. In this question we are given two players Ashish Group and Fastest Finger, and we are also given a number n. In each turn a player can do any one of the moves that he can either divide n with k. He can either divide n with k, where k modulo 2 cannot equal to 0, that is k is an odd number and k should be greater than 1. So the first move which any of the player can apply is they can divide the number n by any number k, where k should be an odd number, that is k modulo 2 cannot equal to 0 and k should be greater than 1. The second move they can apply is they can do n is equal to n minus 1, that is they can subtract 1 from the number if and only if n is greater than 1. So these are the two moves they can apply. The person who won't be able to make the move loses the game. That is, if a person makes the value 1, suppose Ashish Group makes 1. So if Ashish Group makes 1, then we can easily be able to see that the Fastest Finger won't be able to either apply the first operation or the second operation. So in that case Ashish Group will win, and vice versa. So let's understand this with the help of some examples. So let's say we are given as n is equal to 3. We can easily be able to see that when n is equal to 3, so what the Ashish Group will think? Ashish Group will think that 3 is an odd number, and if he divides 3, so he can easily be able to apply the operation 1. Operation 1 says that we have to divide n by k. We have to divide n by k, where k should be an odd number, k modulo 2 cannot equal to 0 and k should be greater than 1. So both of these criteria, k is equal to 3 satisfies. So Ashish Group will do 3 by 3. As soon as Ashish Group will do 3 by 3, the value becomes n is equal to 1. Now Fastest Finger won't be able to apply any of the move. So in this case Ashish Group wins. Ashish Group wins. In this way we have to find an optimal approach how they will play, so that we have to tell actually which player will win or not, which player will win. So let's understand this with the help of some cases. So let's say case number 1. We will make 4 to 5 cases. So let's say case number 1. In case number 1 we are given n is equal to 1. You can easily be able to think that when n is equal to 1, none of the players will be able to make the move. So the first turn is of Ashish Group. As n is equal to 1, Ashish Group won't be able to make the move, so Ashish Group lost the game. So if n is equal to 1, Fastest Finger, I will write Ashish Group as AG and will denote Fastest Finger as FF. So FF will win the game. FF wins. Let's say case 2, if n is equal to 2. If n is equal to 2, we can easily know that n is equal to 2 does not have any odd divisor which is greater than 1. So if n is equal to 2 does not have any odd divisor which is greater than 1, so the only operation which Ashish Group can apply, because Ashish Group has its first turn, is operation number 2. In operation number 2, what Ashish Group will do is Ashish Group will subtract 1 from n. So the operation applied by Ashish Group is Ashish Group will apply subtract 1, that is operation number 2. As soon as he apply operation number 2, n becomes 1. As n becomes 1, so now further Fastest Finger will not be able to apply any of the move. So in this case Ashish Group will win. So here AG means Ashish Group wins. Wins or wins? Wins. So these are the two cases. Let's move to case number 3. Case number 3. Let's say case number 3 is n modulo 2 cannot equal to 0. It means, let's say n is odd. N is odd. If n is odd, we can say that as we have seen in the example before, when we had taken n is equal to 3. So n is equal to, if n is odd, then the Ashish Group has its first turn. So Ashish Group will think that if we divide n by itself only, here you can see that it is written in the question that divisors of a number include the number itself. So what we can do is we can divide n by itself only, because here n is odd and we have to and operation 1 says divide n by any of its odd divisor which is greater than 1. So n is itself odd, and so what Ashish Group will do is Ashish Group will say n is odd and I will divide n by its divisor which is odd divisor, and the best odd divisor in this case which is preferable for Ashish Group is n only. So after Ashish Group will divide n by n, so it becomes 1. So Ashish Group Ashish Group will apply the operation that is divisible by n. Now fastest finger won't be able to apply any of the operation. So in this case Ashish Group will win. So if n is odd, then Ashish Group wins. If n is odd, then Ashish Group wins. So we have discussed 3 cases till now. First case is if n is equal to 1. If n is equal to 1, then fastest finger win. If n is equal to 2, then Ashish Group win. If n is odd, then Ashish Group wins. Now let's discuss the 4 case when n is even. When n is even, n modulo 2 double is equal to 0. So when n is even, let me clear out some space so that we can. So this is our case number 4 when n is even. N is even means n modulo 2 double is equal to 0. We can easily be able to think that when n is even, first let's understand how many types of even number are there. Okay, so even numbers. You easily know that every number can be represented in the form of product of prime numbers. For example, let me take the example. You can represent 32 as 2 raised to the power 6. You can represent let's say 33 as 3 into 11. You can represent let's say 48 as 2 raised to the power 4 into 3. So you can easily be able to see that we can represent any number in the form of product of prime factors. Again I am repeating, we can represent any number in the product of prime factors. So we will use this concept here. So there are 2 types of even numbers. First type of even number is power of 2. Power of 2. And second type of even number is even into odd. Let me brief this out for you. What are these 2 types? Suppose I write 32. So I know 32 is actually 2 raised to the power 6. Sorry, it's actually 2 raised to the power 5. 4, 4, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 32. It's actually 2 raised to the power 5. Suppose I write 16, so then I know it's actually 2 raised to the power 4. Okay, so I can easily be able to see that here the values are actually power of 2 only. 2 raised to the power 5, 2 raised to the power 4. It only contains 2 terms and the value is actually power of 2. Second number is even into odd. We know that if an even number is multiplied with odd number, then answer would be even. For example, if 3 is multiplied with 2, where 3 is odd and 2 is even, answer would be 6. If 4 is multiplied with let's say 7, then answer would be 28. We can see this number is even, this number is odd, then answer comes out to be even only. So let me give you the proof of it, that why I'm saying that product of even and odd is always even. So we can represent any even number in the form of 2k and any odd number in the form of 2k plus 1. Okay, so let's multiply both of them to get 2k square plus 2k. Okay, so we can write this as 2k square plus 2k. Let's take 2k common, or I can say if we take out 2k common, we will get this expression only. We will get above expression only. That is, let me write it in another way. I can write 2k differently, that is 2 into k into 2k plus 1. I can write the above expression as this only also. So we can see that this number is divisible by 2. As you can see here, it is a value 2. So this number is divisible by 2. As this number is divisible by 2, so I can say okay, the product of even and odd number, because this is actually an even number which I am now marking, and 2k plus 1 is actually an odd number. So we can say that the product of even and odd number is always even because there is a factor of 2. So this is the proof that the product of even and odd number is always even. So we are actually discussing the 2 cases. First, power of 2, that any even number can either be power of 2 or a product of even and odd. or a product of even and odd. So let's discuss the first case. If n is even, we are actually discussing two cases. First, whether number is power of 2 or not. If number is power of 2, then we are discussing right now. Else, the number would be the product of even and odd. So first, let's understand how we will be define, how we will check whether the number is power of 2 or not. How we will be check whether the number is power of 2 or not. Here you can see that n is given to us to be 10 to the power 9 only. So I will tell you actually two ways to check whether the number is power of 2 or not. Okay, so first let's see whether the number is power of 2 or not. So what we will do is we will actually apply the bit manipulation, a little basic of bit manipulation. Let's say, okay, how we can represent 8? We can represent 8 as 1 0 0 0. How we can represent 4? We can represent 4 as 0 1 0 0. How we can represent 2? We can represent 2 as 0 0 1 0. How we can represent, let's say, 16? We can represent 16 as 0 0 1 0 0 0 0. This is the way how we can represent 16. 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, and 2 to the power 4. So you can see that when, if the number is power of 2, then the number of set bits is equal to 1. Number of set bits is equal to 1. Number of set bits is equal to 1. So remember this, if the number is power of 2, then the number of set bits is equal to 1. So what you have to do is, you have to check for the number n which is given to you, you have to check whether the number n, find number of set bits in the number n. If the number of set bits in the number n is 1, if the number, again I am repeating, if the number of set bits in the number n is 1, it means the number is power of 2, else the number is not a power of 2. So how you can see whether, how you can check whether the number of set bits is 1 or not? So you can easily be able to apply, as the number is given to, as in the question the number is given in the range 1 to 10 to the power 9. So it is definitely that the number is a 32-bit integer. So you will apply a for loop for I is equal to 1, I is equal to 0, I is less than 32, because the number should be a 32-bit integer, and I plus plus. Why the number is 32-bit integer? Because in the question it is given to us that n is of the range 1 to 10 to the power 9. I0 is less than 32, I plus plus. If n right shift I and of 1, that is, we have right shift n by I and we are taking and with 1. If this condition holds true, then we increment count. At the end we have to check, we will initialize count with 0, and at the end we have to check if count comes out to be 1, it means the number of set bit is 1. Let's say count comes out to be 5, it means the number of set bits is equal to 5. So if we check, okay, now my count comes out to be 1. If my count comes out to be 1, it means I am very much sure that the number is a power of 2. Else the number is multiplication of even and odd. So let's say I am saying, okay, now I got to know that the number is power of 2. You can see that the number is power of 2, and if the number is power of 2, it does not contain any odd divisor. I am writing it does not contain any odd divisor. It does not have any odd divisor. As it does not have having any odd divisor, as for example, as 32 can be written as 2 raised to the power 5, we can see that it does not contain any odd divisor. It only contains multiplication of 2's only. So if it does not contain any odd divisor, so it is very much sure that Ashish Gupta can't be able to apply the first operation. So he has to apply the second operation, that he has to subtract 1. So what Ashish will do is, Ashish Gupta will subtract 1. That is the operation number 2. As soon as Ashish Gupta will subtract 1, this even number becomes odd number. So what fastest finger will do is, fastest finger will actually divide the number, let's say after applying operation 1, n becomes n minus 1. After applying operation 2, n becomes n minus 1, because operation 2 says he has to subtract 1, so Ashish Gupta will subtract 1. then now fastest finger comes, fastest finger say now n, which now changes to n minus 1 after applying operation 2, is now an odd number. So he will divide the number by n minus 1, because of which the number becomes 1. Now again Ashish Gupta comes and says, now I won't be able to apply any of the operation because the number becomes 1. Then Ashish Gupta loses. It means fastest finger wins. So I can say if n is even and we are given that, if n is even and we are given that the number, and we had find out that the number is a power of 2, it means fastest finger wins. It means fastest finger wins. What I had done here is that Ashish Gupta will apply the second operation because n is an even number and n is actually a power of 2 and it does not have any odd divisor which is greater than 1. So Ashish Gupta will forcibly has to apply the operation 2, because of which he has to subtract 1 from n. So our number gets converted to n minus 1. As our number gets converted to n minus 1, then Ashish Gupta will say, okay, now my number got converted to n minus 1. Then fastest finger came and he says n minus 1 becomes an odd number. As soon as n minus 1 becomes an odd number, therefore he will say, okay, now I will divide n minus 1 by n minus 1 to get 1. Now Ashish Gupta came and say, now I won't be able to make any move because the number becomes 1. So Ashish Gupta loses the game and fastest finger wins the game. Now let's come to case 2. When n is even, our case 2 says that even number is a product of even and odd. Even and odd. Even number is a product of even and odd. If so, there can be two scenarios also, that this even number is actually a product of 2 into prime. I'm saying that we are telling that, okay, the even, only one even number is present in the product that is in this product, which that is even into odd. In the product even into odd, only one even number is present, that is 2, and others are only odd number, and say others that are odd number are prime only. Okay, or what I can say is, okay, here you can see I have taken two cases. N is equal to 2 into prime and n cannot equal to 2 into prime. That is n is equal to 2 into odd. So that why only 1 2 is present. So we will consider actually both the cases. So let me consider all the cases. Okay, so we are actually given that even is a multiplication of even and odd. So this even can be written in many ways. So first way it can be written as, it is actually this even, as the number is even, this number is actually even, which I am now marking with a red rectangle. This number is even, so this number can be expressed as the power of 2 raised to the power k, where k is some number, and this odd number is an odd number. Okay, I am saying that here let's make the case that k is greater than 1. Let's make k is greater than 1. So what the other cases left to us are? I am again saying even is a product of even and odd. So this even is actually can be written as 2 raised to the power some number into odd number. I am writing that, let's say now my case comes when k is equal to 1. So my number becomes 2 into odd. These are my two cases. So I am discussing two cases differently. First, by even can be represented as 2 raised to the power k into odd, where 2 raised to the power k is my some even number, because I know that every even number can be represented as even and odd, And if I am representing any even number in the terms of, okay, let's say I mark it as even 1 and even 2, even 1 and even 2. So I'm saying that even 1 is represented as the product of even 2 and odd. As even 1 is represented as the product of even 2 and odd, it means even 2 must be a power of 2. Why even 2 must be a power of 2? Because we have actually removed out all the odd numbers from even 2. For example, let's take the example of 48. Let's take the example of 48. So 48 can be represented as 60 into 3, where you can see 48 is even and 16 is even and 3 is odd. And you can write 48 as 2 raised to the power 4 into 3. So you can see that the even number 48 can be represented as 2 raised to the power 4, that is power of 2, into some odd number, that is 3. Okay. So let me write this case above again. So what I'm saying is that our even 1 is actually a product of, what is actually even 1? I am discussing the cases when n is even. N is even, I have discussed the first case when n is power of 2. Now I am discussing the second case, that n which is even can actually be represented in the 2 form, that is that actually this even 1 is actually n only. It can be represented in the form of even 2 into odd. Now in this I am making two cases. First case, when k is greater than 1 and when k is equal to 1. I am saying this even 1 can be represented in 2 form. Either 2 raised to the power k, which is actually even 2, into odd, or where k is greater than 1, or 2 into odd. Now you will be able to understand why I am writing 2 raised to the power k or 2 raised to the power 1. The reason is simple. As I am distributing n, which is even 1, in terms of even and odd, it means every odd section gets separated out. I gave you the example of 48, in which I represent 48 in the terms of 2 raised to the power 4 into 3, where 3 is odd and 2 raised to the power 4 is actually power of 2, which is actually even 2. So I come out with two cases, that is 2 raised to the power k into odd and 2 into odd. So let's discuss the, here we divide further into case 1. Let's say this is the case my 1 and this is my case 2. So my case 1 says 2 raised to the power k into odd. So what do you think? Ashish will say that, okay, now it's my turn. So what I will do is I will divide the number by this odd number. So Ashish Gupta, what he will do is he will divide n by odd. Now fastest finger left with 2 raised to the power k, and we know that 2 raised to the power k does not have any odd divisor which is greater than 1. So what the fastest finger will do is fastest finger has to forcibly apply operation 2, and as soon as he forcibly apply operation 2, he has to subtract 1. Forcibly apply operation 2, because of which he has to subtract 1. As fastest fingers will subtract 1, so number becomes odd. Then Ashish will say, okay, now number becomes odd. Now I will divide that odd number by itself only. As soon as he will divide odd number by itself only, so then number becomes 1. Now after that, fastest finger will say, I won't be able to make any move because the number becomes 1. So fastest finger loses and Ashish Gupta wins. So Ashish Gupta wins and fastest finger loses. Okay, so how you will find out whether the number contains only 1, 2 or more, or 2 raised to the power k? What you have to simply do is you have to divide n by 2. You have to divide n by 2. If dividing n by 2 gives you an odd number, it means only 1, 2 is present in it. If dividing n by 2 does not contain any odd number, does not give you odd number, it means 2 raised to the power k form exists. It means that is case 1 exists, else case 2 exists. I am again repeating. You can divide even 1, that is n, by 2. If you divide n by 2 and you got an odd number, it means case 2, that is k is equal to 1 exists. If you divide n by 2 and you still got an even number, it means case 1, that is k greater than 1 exists. Okay, now in case 2, Now in case 2, 2 into odd. Now, so this is our answer of case 1. Case 1 in which Ashish Gupta wins. In case 2, 2 into odd form is present. Now in case 2 I will tell you the wrong approach, what you will think of, but that would be the wrong approach. I will tell you later on why that is the wrong approach. The wrong approach is, you will say okay, Ashish Gupta came, he will think that okay, number is odd, so let me do one thing, that is divide the number by odd. So as soon as he divide the number by odd and by odd, so fastest finger came. Fastest finger will say okay, now 2 is present with us, now fastest finger will subtract 1. As soon as the fastest finger will subtract 1, now Ashish Gupta came. Ashish Gupta will say now the number becomes 1, so I won't be able to make any move, so Ashish Gupta loses. Ashish Gupta loses and fastest finger wins. You will think of this approach, but this approach is actually incomplete. So to complete this approach, which is actually incomplete, we will divide the further case 2 into 2 cases. That is, case 2 is actually divided into further 2 cases when 2 into odd form. I can say that 2 into odd form can be written as first type, that is 2 into, I say okay, this odd is actually a prime number. This odd is actually a prime number. And in second case I say okay, this odd is actually a product of prime and another odd. Prime and another odd one. Let's say odd one. So these are actually the final steps of the question. So you don't think that there are other steps and the question is becoming lengthy. So this is actually the final step of the question. So what the final step is, I can divide 2 into odd in the form of 2 into either prime or 2 into prime into some odd number. Okay, so what I will say is, I will first check whether the number which is given to me, that is 2 into odd, is actually of the form 2 into prime or 2 into prime into odd one. How you will check? You will say okay, the number n, that is even 1, is given to me as 2 into odd. Now you know this thing. You will say okay, I will divide n by 2 to get that odd number. You will get that odd number. Using applying the sieve of Eratosthenes, you will easily be able to see that whether this odd number which you had got is either a prime or not a prime. If that number will be a prime number, then this would be case, let's say this is case 1 and this is case 2. So if that odd number comes out to be prime, so you will say okay, this is a part of this case 1, and else this odd number which is not prime, so it is actually a product of prime and some other odd, so it is case 2. So let's say in the case 1 it is the product of 2 into prime. So if it is a product of 2 into prime, so what we can say is, here you can see, if it is a product of 2 into prime, so we can apply the above thing which we have said that Ashish Gupta will say n is odd. So Ashish Gupta will divide n by the odd number, where here it is actually prime. Then fastest finger will subtract 1. Then Ashish Gupta say I won't be able to make any move, so Ashish Gupta loses and fastest finger wins. So if case 2, if 2 into odd is actually 2 into prime, if 2 into odd is actually 2 into prime, at the end I will summarize all these things. If 2 into odd is actually 2 into prime, then fastest finger wins. If 2 into odd is actually 2 into prime into some odd number, 2 into prime into some odd number, so what will happen is, Ashish will say okay, I divide the number by the odd number, so Ashish will divide the number by odd number. Then fastest finger says okay, now I will divide that n by odd number. Let's say then n by odd number becomes n dash, let's say n dash is n by odd, so he will say that I will divide n dash by that prime number. Then again the Ashish Gupta says okay, now n becomes 2, so I will subtract 1. Ashish Gupta will subtract 1. So as Ashish Gupta subtracts 1, then now fastest finger says I won't have any move as now n becomes 1. So fastest finger loses and Ashish Gupta wins. Okay, so let me summarize all these things. So the summary is, if n is equal to 1, okay, if n is equal to 1, then fastest finger wins. I will write FF wins. FF. the name which I am writing in bracket are actually the winner's name. FF actually wins. If n is equal to 2, then I will say okay. If n is equal to 2, then Ashish Gupta will subtract 1. Fastest finger won't be able to any move. So Ashish Gupta wins. Ashish Gupta wins. Third case. If n is odd, that is n modulo 2 cannot equal to 0. So let me write n is odd only. So if n is odd, so Ashish Gupta will divide number by odd only. So fastest finger won't be able to any move. Then so Ashish Gupta wins. Let me check all these things one again. If n is equal to 1, then fastest finger, n is equal to 2, then Ashish Gupta, and odd, then Ashish Gupta. Okay, everything is correct. Now if n is even, if n is even, we have divided into further two cases. Power of 2 or a product of even or odd, even into some odd. If it is power of 2, okay, if it is power of 2, then I says that the fastest finger will win. If it is power of 2, then I says fastest finger win. Why? Because if it is power of 2, then Ashish Gupta will forcibly have to subtract 1, and because it does not contain any odd divisor which is greater than 1. So Ashish Gupta will subtract 1, then now the number becomes odd. Then when the fastest finger will say, now I divide the number by that odd number only. So as soon as he divides the number by odd number only, so number will become 1. Then Ashish Gupta won't be able to any move, so fastest finger will. Now further said, this even and odd can be broken further. This even into odd can be written as, this even can be written as 2 raised to power k into some odd number, and here 2 into odd number, where actually k is greater than 1. So if I can say, okay, 2 raised to power k into odd number, I write that this even into odd as 2 raised to power k into odd number, and other as 2 into odd number. So what you will think of, as it is of the form 2 raised to power k into odd number, so Ashish Gupta will think that okay, I will divide this by odd number, then 2 raised to power k remains, then fastest finger will subtract 1, and as fastest finger will subtract 1, so the number becomes 2 raised to power k minus 1. So the number becomes odd. Then Ashish Gupta will take its advantage, and Ashish Gupta will do is Ashish Gupta will divide the number 2 raised to power k minus 1 by 2 raised to power k minus 1 only. So the number becomes 1. Then fastest finger won't be able to any move, so Ashish Gupta will win. So Ashish Gupta will. So if even into odd is of the form 2 raised to power k into odd, then Ashish Gupta will win. Let me check all these again. If n even power of 2, then f n is okay. Now everything till now is correct. So how we will check whether the number is of the form 2 raised to power k into odd or 2 into odd? So I will tell you what very easy thing. Divide n by 2. If you divide n by 2 and you got an odd number, it means you say the number is of the form 2 into odd. If you divide n by 2 and you see that the number is still even, then you are of the form 2 raised to power k into odd. And if you are of the form 2 raised to power k into odd, then Ashish Gupta will win. Okay, if the number is of the form 2 into odd, let's say the number is of the form 2 into odd, then again the two cases came. The first case is the number is of the form 2 into some prime, else the number is of the form 2 into some prime into odd number. So thing is, how you will check whether that odd number is prime or not? Divide n by 2. If you find out, okay, this is the odd number, so apply the sieve of Eratosthenes and check whether that odd is prime or not. If that odd is prime, you will get to know. If that odd is not prime, that means that odd is actually a product of two things, one prime and other odd. So I say that you won't have to apply the sieve of Eratosthenes again and again. It is actually the t-test cases are given to you, so you can actually pre-compute. And in the list, or you can does the mapping that these are actually my prime numbers. And what you can do is you can easily be able to check that odd number is that given odd number is prime or not. So I have also done the pre-computation here. You can see. Okay, it is okay. Now I've seen that the number which is n, which is given to, is actually of the order 10 to the power 9. So it is not actually possible to you to apply sieve, because because in sieve you have to make an array of size n, and as n is of the form 10 to the power 9, so you won't be able to apply you won't be able to make an array of 10 to the power 9, so you can't be able to apply sieve. So the standard way of finding whether the number is prime or not, apply square root method. So you will go from 1 till square root, and you know that while you are traversing from 1 till square root, one factor will lie above square root of n and other factor will lie after square root of n. So what you will do is you will divide the number, you will actually traverse the loop from 1 till square root of n. You can see you will traverse the loop from 2 till square root of n. Here k is my square root of n. You will see from 2 to square root of n, you will check whether n is divisible by I or not, where I is from 2 to square root of n. If n is divisible by I, it means there are factors except 1 and n. They are actually factors of n except 1 and n. So you will return false, else you will return true. In this way you can actually check whether the number is prime or not. So if the number is of the form 2 into prime, so what you can say is Ashish Gupta will divide the number by prime, then fastest finger will subtract 1, then Ashish Gupta will won't be able to any move. So in this case fastest finger wins. If the case is of second type, 2 into prime into odd, then Ashish Gupta will divide the number by odd, then the number will remain as 2 into prime, then fastest finger will divide the number 2 into prime by prime, then the number remains 2, then Ashish Gupta will subtract 1, and now the fastest finger won't be able to any move. So in this case Ashish Gupta will win. So let me check this: 2 into prime, then fastest finger, 2 into prime, then fastest finger as Ashish Gupta. Okay, so this is the whole table. So this is the whole summary of this whole question. Okay, let me make it somewhat bigger. Okay, this section is actually the summary. Here you can see this section is actually the summary. From this point, there it is the summary. How you can see, and this is actually the code. You can go to my handle code fixer and you will be able to find the code here. I have given the proper explanation of each and every step, why I applied this step and what is the logic behind this step and how the process will go on. You will see the code here only. If you like the